Solitude. _26_. Unedited. The weekend passed me by quickly. I was hoping it would last longer than usual, but I had a life to get back to. I had work to think about and a firm to run. To be honest, I had not thought about my discoveries from Friday last week. In fact, it was the last thing on my mind. I had a meeting to chair. Being a Monday morning, I decided to wear a black dress that was just below my knees, army green shoes and a matching jacket. I took some paracetamol before leaving just to help with the headache that I had developed. "Good morning, ma'am," my secretary said to me as I walked into my office. "Good morning," I responded. "The meeting starts in 10 and the boardroom is ready." "Thank you. Tea or coffee?" "Some strong black coffee," I respond. "On it," she says, walking to my coffee maker. I put my things away and almost smile at the scent of the brewing coffee. I wish my life could get back to how simple it used to be. I wasn't this career-chasing woman. I had a career, yes, but I had a life too. I was happy. I had a happy, fun life, and I was willing to stay that way. "Here, ma'am," she says, handing me a mug. "Thank you," I respond. She walks out and I stand just against the window. I am staring right into the city as I drink my coffee. It's already getting busy. There are people going for work, students, school, and many others trying to put their lives together. I stare at one lady standing by the taxi rank. She smiles broadly as she talks on her phone. I am imagining who it is that is making her like that. Maybe a parent, a friend, or a life partner, even a child. I can't help but wonder if I will ever genuinely smile like that again. When Shailesh was around, I had every reason to wake up and smile like that. She was more than my joy. She was the only family I ever knew, and now that she was gone, I couldn't even have happy thoughts about her because of the many lies she has left behind. August walks in. I don't need to turn around to know that it is him because his scent hits me before anything else. "Good morning," he says. I can bet he is walking to the coffee machine. He is a coffee addict too, and many of his routines is to walk to the machine immediately he walks in. "Good morning, August," I say before taking another sip. "How was your weekend?" "Could have been better," I respond. I could say the same too. I turn around and put the mug on the table. I only have 5 minutes before the meeting begins and I want to walk to the boardroom. "You could carry your coffee. It's getting cold. Let me pour you another cup," he says. I don't protest. I don't have any fight left in me. We walk to the boardroom together. I carry some documents and my phone. When we get there, everyone is seated in their seats except for Chibesa. I am directly facing Chanda. She smiles at me, something that she has never done before. At exactly 8, Chanda stands up to give the opening remarks. "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We all know the tradition of this firm concerning Monday meetings, so I know this is not as a surprise to you." She begins. "I will now allow the CEO, Ms. Mafandanella, to chair the meeting." "Thank you, Ms. Chanda," I say, standing up. "Good morning. As Ms. Chanda has said, we all know the tradition of Monday meetings. Here we will talk about what was done the previous week, what wasn't done, and what we can do about it." I begin looking from one end of the room to the next. But for the first part, one would like to bring something to everyone's attention. I pause. If you have been here long enough, I am sure you all know Mr. Nakamba. Chanda looks at me, a blank stare on her face. "He approached me and he wants to buy the firm." There are murmurs in the room. "A pretty good offer too," I say, facing the projector to show the numbers. "From what we have here, we are way above our profit margin, which is a good thing. But what Mr. Nakamba is offering is a very good deal," I say, showing the numbers from what we could be making. "This will not only benefit me or the board but each and every person in this room. Work will be hectic considering we have to impress, but the pay at the end of the month will be very good." "Are you saying that this is a good idea?" one lady asks. "I am stating the facts here. Mrs. Chanda the late wouldn't have sold," a gentleman from the board said. "Why?" Silence. "My mother believed in this firm. For her it was more than making money or waiting on which client comes next. For her it was about family. About making everyone a part of us. We work as a team. As a family, Chanda says. I feel the passions with which she speaks with. She didn't treat us as employees, we were a part of her. She knew about our children's birthdays. She visited when one of us was sick, or our family member. Every birth, every christening, every baptism, every funeral she was there. Another said. That is something that you find in just any company, in just any boss, and I say we don't sell. August added. We don't sell, another added. And everyone in the room agreed to that. Well, since it is settled, I must warn all of you that Mr. Nakamba won't rest. He will wage war, he might even want to buy some of you off. But my advice to you is you use both logic and heart, weigh your options and see which is good for you and your family. I will never be half the woman that late Mrs. Chanda was, but I am hoping to be a better boss following in her footsteps. I said. The rest of the meeting Chanda took over and we went through all the other issues on the agenda. By 9 we were out and back to our respective offices. Can I come in? She asked, standing by the door. Sure, I respond. She closes the door behind her. Nella. Chanda. I am sorry for the way I have been treating you. I look at her. When I found out that Shailesh wasn't my biological mother, I was hurt. Oh. Yes, she wasn't my biological mother. I was sold to her at a price because my mother died during my birth. I am sorry to hear that. So yes, I hated you, and the fact that she loved you. I felt that she preferred you, and that is something that ate me up. You could have talked it over with her. Well, it's spilt milk. I smile. Anyway, I loved what you did in there. Involving the staff and allowing them on what was happening. I am beginning to see why she left the firm in your name. Thank you. No, thank you for carrying her legacy. You are welcome. How about we start over? She asks. I would love that, Chanda, I would. To new beginnings, she says, extending her hand. To new beginnings, I respond, shaking it. Your friend and author. Winnie. Hibiscus.